Here's the thing nobody tells you about printing cosplay armor. The printer is the easy part. The real-time sink is seams. Every helmet you have to chop into 6 pieces means hours of gluing, filling, and sanding before you ever touch primer. And the material matters more than people admit, because a PLA chest piece left in a hot car on con day can sag before you even get inside. So this list is short on purpose. 1 printer for size, 1 for tougher materials, and the filament that actually survives sunlight. Start with size, because for cosplay it solves the most painful problem. The Elega Neptune 4 Max gives you a 420 by 420 mm bed with 480 mm of height, which is enough to print most helmets, shoulder pieces, and shin armor in one piece. Every part you don't split is a seam you never have to sand. It runs Clipper-based firmware, so it's genuinely quick for a machine this large, and it has auto bed leveling, which matters a lot when the bed is this big. Price sits around $280 to $340, and that undercuts most large format printers by a wide margin. Trade-offs. It's huge on a desk. The big bed takes its time heating up, and you'll want to spend an evening tuning it before the quality really shines. If everything you make fits on a normal-size bed, skip it and put the money into filament instead. Now, if your props need to survive heat and handling, the Bamboo Lab P1S is the one. It's a fully enclosed Core XY machine, and the enclosure is the whole point. It traps warm air, so higher temp materials like ABS and ASA stop warping and cracking on you. And those same materials shrug off a hot car where PLA sags. It's very fast, and Bamboo's reliability reputation is earned. People who run these mostly just press print, and it works. Add the optional AMS unit, and you get clean 4-color prints, which is genuinely useful for props with built-in detail you'd rather not paint. It runs $550 to $700, so it's a real step up in budget. Honest downsides: it gets loud at full speed, the ecosystem is more closed than tinkerers like, and multicolor printing burns real filament on purge waste. It's also not a large format machine, so the biggest one-piece helmet prints still belong on the Neptune. The last pick isn't a printer, it's the filament your outdoor props should be made from. Polymaker ASA runs about $25 to $30 a kilogram, and it exists to fix PLA's 2 big weaknesses, sun and heat. PLA yellows and goes brittle under UV, and it softens in a parked car. ASA keeps its color and its shape through both, and it's stronger and more heat-tolerant than PLA on top of that, which matters for props that get bumped through a crowd all day. Polymaker's version also warps less than typical ASA, and that's worth paying for, because warping is the classic ASA headache. Now the honest part. You really do want an enclosure for this stuff, which is why it pairs naturally with the P1S and not an open-frame machine. It also gives off fumes while printing, so ventilate the room. If your builds live indoors and get babied, regular PLA plus a good primer is cheaper and much easier. So the short version. The Neptune 4 Max if you want helmets and armor in one piece instead of a weekend of seam work. The P1S if you're moving into tougher materials or color, and Polymaker ASA for anything that lives in the sun. One caveat: none of these fix sloppy sanding and priming. That part is still on you. Links to all 3 are in the description, and check current prices there, because they move around a lot. If this helped you plan the build, subscribe. More practical picks coming.